You know, giving up may be the easiest choice one could ever make. Rather than assessing your options and figuring out the best path, and maybe even going through a bit of struggle to attain it, you could always just drop everything and give up. And yes, you would avoid the pain, and you would probably get to the end result of giving up much faster than you would the other route you could travel. But of course, the easy route is not always the best route, and I'd say that it seldom is ever the best route. Sure, it could maybe save you some energy, and ultimately, I guess it could even help you to be immediately happier, but only for a very fleeting moment. You see, because every day, we make the choice to continue onward. And I have my theories as to why we're here and why we continue to day do these things. And I'll talk about that in time. But right now, the idea is that you might ask yourself every day, why bother? But I think the answer to that is maybe the easiest one, in which you could just turn it right around and say, well, why not? You see, there's really no reason for you to not do this. There's no reason for you to not continue your day-to-day struggles. There's no reason to not try and get something better than what you may have. You could come up with an excuse and say, well, it might be difficult. And you know what? That's a terrible excuse. I don't want to hear that, and you don't want to hear that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we understand that laziness innate is completely wrong. It's completely poisonous. Complacency is a curse. To become too comfortable with one situation is potentially one of the worst mental situations one can be in. Because complacency is not the same as comfort. I think that comfort is far more a more positive thing to say than complacency, because complacency is almost laziness and comfort together, or it's an unwillingness to continue and fight harder. I don't think I've ever used the word complacent as a positive adjective. It's only described something bad. It's usually, well, I've gotten complacent with my current level of physical fitness, or I've gotten complacent with my knowledge of this topic, and it seldom is ever positive. So our reasoning for getting up every day and continuing to try things is, well, why not? People might look at my channel and look at these videos specifically and say, why do you even do this? They don't get a ton of views, you're not making any money, or so on and so forth. But ultimately, why not? Because I'll say one thing about this series. Despite it not getting the best numbers, I have made these consistently for about a year now. And I'll say that I have been through a myriad of situations in that time. Whether they be positive or negative, the ups, the downs, and everything in between, I've continued to do these. And this is a bit braggadocious because you know what? I am proud that I'm continuing to do this every single week. And if I can come back here every week and do this and try to help you, then you need to help yourself and get up every day and say, well, why wouldn't I? Because I could have given up. I could have given up a million times. Maybe even during the hard times. Could have given up and just said whatever. Maybe when a video doesn't perform well, I could give up and say, well, why do I keep doing this? I'm spending all my spare time making these videos. If I can see myself through this, that in and of itself is enough of a benefit. And you know what? If tangentially I can make somebody else happy or inspire somebody with these videos, then that's all the reason I'll ever need. And that's all secondary because I have my own primary motives out of this, and they are being fulfilled. So look for that meaning and find it. Because every day you could get up and say, why would I bother? But ultimately, you need to ask yourself more often, why not? Follow those words and follow your heart, and I think you'll find yourself in a better place. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like it because a good majority of the people that watch my channel are not yet subscribed, so make sure to subscribe as well. And if you want to see something else, I'm going to link it right here on the screen. It does help to click it, so even if you've seen it, go ahead and check it out. Comment below, tell me something positive, whatever you want to say. I just want to hear that love and see it spread a little bit further. Stay on the right path, continue to ask yourself why not, and stay motivated. And I'll see you next time.